Okay, and we are now live. Let's see. And there's 3 people already on here. And let's see. Hold on a minute. Let me see here. No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to add anything. Hold on. Okay, now we're bigger.
Nice.
We're larger.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me put the comments on here so I can see. There are 6 people. We have 6 people on here right now. Hold on. Hold on a minute. Let me go into the studio real quick. Hold on. I'm trying to make a change on something real quick.
Yeah, no problem. We got 6 people. 6 people so far. That's great.
Okay. So those that have, let's see. Okay. Now I'm back. Hi, Kay. How are you? Hi, Gwen. Yes, I can see the chat. We have 7 people. Y'all make sure y'all thumbs up the live and give me a thumbs up. Hit the like. We have 9 people on here now. We're going to go ahead and get started. Hi, and you don't stop. Hi, Adeline. How are you? So this is Twain. I told y'all I was going to be going live with my dietitian. So let me go ahead and introduce her to you all. So Joanna Hill is my registered dietitian slash fitness trainer.
That's right.
I got 2 for 1 with her. She give me a lot of fitness tips as well as on my nutrition. And we've been together for a couple of months now. And
yes, we have.
She has helped me out a lot with my nutrition. I am doing so great, and I am just so happy to have her
Thank you.
join me tonight. So that way she can address, some things and give you guys some tips. You can ask questions. I already have 1 question already in here. Somebody asked a question like at 5:09. It's ready for you. At 5:09. Can you actually see the chat?
Let's see it. 5:09. No, I can't. But you verbalize. I just want to say hi to everybody.
Read it to you. So I'm going to let you go ahead and say something. You want to kind of introduce yourself a little bit?
Yes. Hi, everybody. My name's Joanna. I've been a dietitian since 1998. I did it because my dad had a heart attack when I was a teenager. I wanted to help people learn how to live healthy, be healthy, and live life to the fullest. An active life is a happy life. Eating good can taste good. I'm a believer in it, and I'm here for you. So thank you for the introduction, Twan. She's one of my favorite clients. So we've been doing very well together, and I'm very proud of you. I have to say, very proud. So
Yay,
thank
good,
you.
good. I'm texting 2 of my family members right now, let them know, get on here.
Very, very proud.
uh, hold on. Okay, so let's see. The first question that came up was from Blue Eyed Seen White. And the question was, would you ask her for any research related to drinking diet soda? And in my particular situation, I love Coke Zero, drink 6 to 8 small bottles daily. Would like to just drink water, but crave the diet soda.
Okay. Very good question. As you know, the FDA, the federal government, does evaluate the safetiness of sugar substitutes. However, saccharin back in the early 80s, they said large doses of saccharin in tab could cause cancer in rats. Now, that was fed a huge amount. Going forward into Coke Zero, they use Splenda, sucralose, aspartame, potassium. There is not saccharin in Coke Zero. However, I think you already commented that water is probably going to be the best option for, because honestly, the long-term studies of sugar substitutes, it's not really been in our history. However, the FDA, the government says, okay, they're generally regarded as safe. And when they have done these trials, they are giving lab rats, huge amounts more than we would consume. Mm-hmm. So I would say to a patient, if they were drinking regular Coke or one with sugar, and they switched to maybe Coke Zero, maybe 8 to 12 ounces a day, that would be better than drinking the regular sugar, but I would say water would be your best option. Recent research has said stevia is a sugar substitute that comes from the stevia plant, but make sure if you do have a history of high cholesterol, cardiac disease, high blood pressure, family history of stroke or clots, I would stay away from erythritol, it's a sugar alcohol that they've found that certain people at risk for heart disease could have a stroke. So I would definitely stay away from would have erythritol in it.
Erythritol.
Also, sugar alcohols and an OL can cause you to go to the bathroom. So it could cause, loose stool. Okay. So one of the side effects of sugar alcohol, maltol, xylitol, it's in Trident gum. So my suggestion is try to opt for water and minimize to no more than 8 to 12 ounces at the most every day. Good question.
You mentioned it's in Trident gum, so we need to stay away
from xylitol. It's with an X. It's a sugar alcohol. So I'm just saying sugar alcohols, if it ends in OL, it can cause you to have belly cramping and you're running to the bathroom. The one that I would say definitely stay away from if you have a cardiac history or a risk for stroke is erythritol with an E. Erythritol. That is something that I actually found it in that body armor drink. The light body armor. It's one of the first few ingredients. Yes. So erythritol, stay away from that. That's the one I would definitely. It is not in Coke Zero though.
Okay. Well, I drink the Dr. Pepper Zero, and
that does taste like Dr. Pepper. It does. So,
but I like the ones that I like the strawberry cream one.
Just read the ingredients, and also food manufacturers. Bring out the magnifying glass or the big, the big goggles.
Yeah, I'm gonna have two because I drink those every now and then. And sometimes I drink 2 a day, but I try to do 1 a day because I'm like,
try to do just one. We don't know the long-term effects, but what the government has evaluated is feeding lab rats huge doses that we would not normally consume. So they call it generally regarded as safe grass.
Okay.
Limit to 1 a day. Yeah.
1 a day.
Good question.
Okay, well, we got 24 people on here with us. Y'all go ahead and thumbs up, give us a like, and come out of the bushes and give us a comment. Let us know who you are. Okay, our next question is, why is this thing keep coming? I'm trying to show it, but okay, let me go. I skipped one. I'm sorry. Here. Our next question. Can you sit on the screen?
I see that. What is the difference between a dietitian and a nutritionist?
Okay.
There is a difference. Okay, so how do I say this? So all dietitians, umbrella, are nutritionists. A nutritionist is not necessarily a dietitian. So a dietitian has to have certain levels of year of college training, which include a clinical rotation, a community nutrition. We are more of the medical professional team. We provide medical nutrition therapy, diet management for diabetes, heart disease, pulmonary issues, in addition to weight management. So nutritionists, I hate to say this, sometimes there's certain companies out there that are trying to market and promote supplements, and they give you a nutrition certificate. That is not a true medical professional, along as if they've come in for training through the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics. It's a national governing body. There's also states that require licensure for certain dietitians. I'm licensed in the state of Florida and Illinois, which means there's extra things that we have to show every few years, continuing education. So having a college degree, passing a national registration exam, and following up with state licensure based on the state you're in.
Okay, so basically what you're saying is that it's more
training, medical,
training,
yes.
more medical, yeah,
yes.
than a nutrition.
Be careful, right? Because sometimes if someone says they're a nutritionist and they're trying to sell a product, they're trying to sell a product. I'm also a fitness trainer. I've worked in the gym before. There's a lot of fitness trainers trying to promote products and say, I'm a nutritionist, but only if they have registered dietitian after their name, RD or RDN, registered dietitian nutritionist.
Okay. Great question, Gwen. Yeah. Okay, next person. KJ. I'm stuck at 285 for 3 months.
285.
I was stuck
this
too.
is
She helped get me unstuck.
Well, we all hit plateaus. So I'm going to just say a generic, I don't know your medical history. Also I'm going to say general recommendation is healthy eating, plant-based diet. You don't have to be a vegan or vegetarian, but lean meats, physical activity is tolerated. So just keeping active is tolerated, and modest portion control. Also, we find that snacking can cause weight gain. So if somebody's trying to gain weight, I say, why don't you snack and graze? So normally the concept of grazing is not for everybody. If you're trying to maintain your weight, I do not recommend snacking. So I would recommend a good breakfast. Let's not skip breakfast. Lean protein with every meal. But like I said, it's a very independent question based on the person. It's very individualized based on your medical history, your labs. So that's what a dietitian would do. We would go in, check into your medical history. What's your recent labs? Do you have any physical limitations? And then adjust the diet and physical activity plan according to your individual needs and medical history.
Okay, good question. Next question, Blue-Eyed White.
I use another site because of my insurance. Have found it's almost impossible to filter for a fitness expert. Any advice? That is because there is not insurance reimbursement at this time for fitness professionals. If you had a sports-related injury, you could get a prescription from your doctor for a physical therapist, but that's not fitness in terms of personal trainer. So insurance is not covered with that. That is unfortunately out of pocket. My background is I was certified through ACE, American Council on Exercise, and a registered dietitian. I do have information through the FAE. I am through FAE. They process my claims, but Twan and I are going to also be working on another plan to get more people. So to be continued.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
All about transparency. Yeah.
Hi, Natalie. How are you?
Hi, Natalie.
Natalie was the one who actually stayed on me about my nutritionist. Said,
Ooh.
Twan, you really need to see a
Oh,
nutritionist.
thank
I
you.
see one, and she was
Ah.
telling me about it a lot. So I was like,
Yeah.
maybe I do need to get some help.
Yes. Right. We all need a coach also.
Yeah,
We all
yeah.
need a coach and a
And how
motivator.
I
Because what is
found
it? It's not always going to come from within. So, yeah.
right, and
Thank
how
you,
I found
Natalie. I
you.
appreciate
I went on Blue Cross Blue Shield, my insurance company. I went on their website. I logged into my portal, and I looked for nutritionists in my area and dietitians. And everybody I called said, "Oh, we no longer,
Yeah.
with them anymore."
Uh-huh.
And I was like, "So I couldn't find anybody." So I just Googled nutritionist, and Faye popped up.
Yes,
And they said,
they're
"We will
big.
let you know
Yes.
if you approve within minutes." And I was like,
Mm-hmm.
"Okay." So I put in my information,
Yeah.
and it popped up like seriously within like 15 seconds, saying, "Yeah,
Yeah.
we approve your insurance." Because they had me to put
Mm-hmm.
in my group number and everything.
That's right. And they process it.
Yeah, and they said we
I
can get
would
you
love to
approved.
say, yeah, they take Blue Cross Blue Shield, they take United, Aetna, Cigna. I don't believe they take Humana or Medicare. But like I said, I'm working on a plan on trying to encompass more insurance companies. But you're more than welcome to check Fay Nutrition, FAY nutrition.com. You'll see my name there, Joanna Hill. But like I said, there are some insurance gaps, and one of my goals is to reduce that gap.
Yeah. Well, they told me, yeah, we got you in, and your copay will be $8. I was like, oh wow. And guess what? I don't have
Yeah.
any copay. But what I liked about Faye was that I was able to go through and I selected Florida, of course, because I'm from Florida. But then it say you
Yeah.
can do people who on Zoom. So I said, okay, but I'm kind of true to who I am and my state and everything. So I
Hmm.
said, well, let me look at all the providers that live in Florida that's on Zoom.
Uh-huh.
And it was a few, and I looked at them all. And when I saw your bio and it said you was a fitness trainer as well, I was like,
Hmm.
that's my girl.
Yeah.
That's who I'm
We
going
got to
with.
do the two. Yeah. Can't have one without
Two
the
for
other. We're a
one. Yes,
pair.
2 for 1.
We're a pair.
So yeah, and it all worked out because you started giving me fitness advice before I even asked.
Yeah. I'm like, let's go into this. There is something about the joy of movement. Our bodies were made to move.
So move,
You
yeah,
think about what we used to do a couple hundred years ago. We didn't sit
yeah,
on
yeah,
couches. We didn't have all these grocery stores. We had to get our food. We had to farm. We moved. No
yeah,
remote
yeah,
controls then.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, Twice Be Nice. One of the twins on here. There's 2 twins there on this
Oh,
channel called Twice
twins.
Be Nice.
Hello. Twice is better.
Yeah, lovely one.
Yeah.
Dietitians are far more educated. Yes, now we
Correct.
know, right?
Yes. Yes. You answered it better than I did. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, next person. Getting the amount of protein I need per day, I'm finding really challenging. What is the easiest way to get your required amount of protein per day?
Well, like I said, this is one of the, unfortunately, a little bit of an individualized question. Everybody's protein needs depends on your height, your weight, your age. What are your goals? Are you trying to lose weight? Are you losing muscle? What are your labs? Do you need to increase protein in your diet? Um, so it's based on your kilogram of body weight based on various, labs, medical history, goals. So what I can say to most people is try to fit in protein, even if it's a snack, even if it's breakfast in the morning. For example, let's say you're not much of a breakfast person. You could put like a protein powder in your coffee. That, a whey protein is a complete protein. There's pea protein, which is vegan, but the more complete would be like the whey, the milk based. Fitting in a Greek yogurt, sneaking in a little bit of, protein with every meal, especially starting with breakfast. So just think, even if it's a boiled egg, quick to go, or a protein bar, every meal, including breakfast, even if you're having a little bit of collagen or whey protein in your coffee, is a good way to start your day.
Yes, yes. So, I did see some people on TikTok, Instagram, or somewhere, and they actually put protein shake inside their coffee. I guess to make like an iced coffee like type thing.
Yes, there's the collagen supplements now that are kind of big. Some of them have complete protein, some do not. But what I've seen for a lot of them, they do. Collagen is good for your skin. It's good for your bones. It's good for inflammatory diseases like arthritis. Whey protein, there's pea protein. But there is one thing I must say, if you are trying to maintain your weight, your body does not register liquid calories. It's still best to get protein and calories from food, whole foods.
Right, right. Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's see. Next question. Hi, Darian. How are you? I'm a type 2 diabetic and have a meeting with a dietitian. Any questions that I should be asking? I don't know what I don't know. Good question.
Okay. Well, you can come in there prepared. Start having a food journal, a little food notebook. So I want you to become familiar with, what are you drinking? What are your portion sizes? Literally pull out measuring cups. There is a difference between a liquid measuring cup with the little notches and the number amounts compared to what's a half a cup. So you can kind of, when you're doing your food notebook, write down what are you eating and drinking. And so that you can say, hey, this is what I have for breakfast. Include your coffee, include water consumption, include snacks. So a good introduction is say, hey, this is what I'm eating. And that's kind of like doing your homework. So when you see the dietitian, they can say, okay, hey, this is what you're doing. We need to tweak this, adjust this. And it gives an idea of what your food history is.
That's a good idea. Okay. Next question, Courtney Hooper. I'm on Zepbound and I don't know how to get enough protein or fiber in my diet without constipation. Any ideas?
So I don't know how to get enough protein or fiber without constipation. There are certain types of fiber that do cause constipation. Soluble fiber. If you're having a lot of legumes, like pinto beans, black beans, Metamucil can cause a little bit of, it's a soluble fiber. It can cause constipation if you're not drinking enough water. Benefiber is a protein, it's a powdered fiber that you can take. You don't have to drink as much water with it. But I would say the best way to get your fiber is from vegetables and fruits. Now, to get your protein would be lean meats, low-fat dairy. So sirloin, egg whites are an excellent source of protein. Greek yogurt, very low fat, very high protein. So I would say fruits and vegetables and lean meats and low fat dairy.
Okay. Gwen says, thanks for the information. Okay, Twice Be Nice. I have a book called Eat Right for Your Blood Type. Do you recommend this as a nutritionist?
I've heard a bit about it. I don't take a lot of grain of salt into it. I think that it's more relevant, what is your family history? What is your medical history? What are your nutrition goals? What are your recent labs? If there's any type of diet book or anything out there that tells you to omit a whole type of food group, meaning don't have any dairy or cut out on all of this, you have to question it because you want to have a little bit of everything. Yes, a plant-based diet. There are ways to be a vegan, but to do it right. I'm not saying, don't be a vegan, but a variety in the diet. If it's omitting certain groups, entire groups of food, be wary of that. I am not a big proponent of that diet.
Okay. Okay, Vincent Juanitas. Are electrolyte supplements necessary during GLP therapy?
Do you mean GLP therapy doing the Ozempics?
Yeah, like the
GLP
Wegovy, like
therapy.
what I'm
Okay.
on, the
Uh,
Zepbound,
yes and
Mounjaro.
no. It depends on your intake. If you're finding that you're not even drinking enough, if you find that you're having intestinal problems, that you're nauseated and you can't even drink enough fluid, if you find that you're going to the bathroom for diarrhea, you could be losing potassium. I would say making sure you're hydrated, and the number one indicator to see if you do need electrolytes is getting your labs checked.
Yep.
Checking for potassium, sodium, magnesium. If
Mm-hmm.
you sweat a lot, it's possible you may need a little bit more magnesium, and magnesium is not found in a normal multivitamin. But your labs would be your best indicator, and your hydration status and your bowel pattern. If you're dehydrated, if you're going to the bathroom, or versus constipation.
I'm glad that question came up because I do see a lot of people, doing videos and stuff like on TikTok, quick videos. And they be like, oh, you need these electrolytes and you need this, you need that. I'm like, why y'all taking all this stuff? Do you even know if
Right.
you really need all this? So I'm kind of
Right.
minimalist when it comes to taking stuff. I don't really.
The concept that very good, Twan, for mentioning that, because the concept that we always think that more is better. What we're finding out, especially if you do have diabetes, your kidneys could be involved in having some issues. So when kidneys are having an issue, either from high blood pressure or diabetes, and a lot of the patients that are on these types of medications have a history of diabetes, maybe altered kidney function. So when your kidneys aren't working as good, they may not filter out electrolytes as much. That's why I'm saying get your labs checked. And also save yourself some money. If you don't need it, why break the bank?
Yes, we got to save these coins.
Yes. Everything's costing more, right? So the concept that less is more is better.
Yeah. So Kay
Even
said,
if you're,
I am a
yeah.
speaker.
Even if you're working out, let's say for half an hour, water is the best source. But if it's 45 minutes in the Florida heat and then I'd say maybe a Gatorade type thing. But a lot of Gatorade has phosphate preservatives. So the best thing would be check your hydration status. If you are profusely sweating, water, putting a little bit of salt if you're very dehydrated. So watermelon juice is also very good for hydration. Keeping it natural and more with water instead of these processed products.
Watermelon juice. I love watermelon.
Yeah.
I love watermelon, but I kind of stayed away from it because I can eat some watermelon. You hear me? And I know it's so full of sugar.
You know what you could do is you could have watermelon and make a drink out of it and put it in some water to dilute it, and maybe a little bit of fresh lemon and mint. So you're making your little like virgin watermelon mojito.
Okay, I think I'm gonna get me one.
Or you can always add a little bit of water and slurry it up, so you're cutting out the sugar with that.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, good suggestion.
Somebody said they were a snacker.
Yeah,
Healthy snacking.
A snacker.
Air popped popcorn, rice cakes, water. Ask yourself if you're really hungry. Drink some water and wait 20 minutes. Sometimes we think we're hungry and we're thirsty.
Okay.
I lost 50 pounds, but I am still the same dress size. Why? Have you gone to the gym? Are you doing weight training, resistance training? But if you're still the same dress size, why is that? I'm not sure. It could be, are you holding fluid somewhere? You may need to get some labs and see your doctor if you're holding on to fluids in your abdomen area. Just a good idea if you haven't had labs in a while, get that checked out. Get a complete metabolic panel.
Now, you know what I've noticed with a lot of my dresses? Since I've lost weight, a lot of my dresses that I had prior to my journey, I still kind of have some of them, not a lot of them, but I noticed that I can still wear them, but they're longer. They're longer.
Okay, yeah.
So you might want to check that. They're longer because this belly has went in and went down, so the dress.
Right.
to hang a little bit
Right.
more. So let me just say this.
That could
What
be
I've
it.
been
That's
doing,
true.
you guys, I have been trying to put on some capri pants or some kind of
Nice.
shorts with a button and a zipper at least 2 days a week. Because if you got something that don't have rubber or loose like a dress or a skirt, and it's an actual button and a zipper, you can tell if you're gaining or if
Right.
you're
That is a
losing.
good question for your, right. You're
Yeah,
assessing your
yeah,
intake
you
for
can
the day.
tell
You're
more with
assessing,
that.
are
But
you holding fluid?
a dress flares out, so you can wear, you can wear a dress with different sizes, because it flares out, So I don't know that'll help. Maybe try some shorts, some jeans or pants or something with a zipper and a button
Right. Maybe
where you are.
I would say try some different clothes. So try some different clothes, but find out, like if you're the same dress size, just check for any abdominal area fluid. If it's in your abdomen, I would definitely, not to scare you, but I'm just saying if you haven't had labs in a while, we get that checked out.
Yeah, and then too, for a lot of us plus size women, I know a lot of people. I don't know about y'all, but I used to shop a lot at like Torrid, Lane Bryant. Well, now I'm ordering a lot of things online, and the sizes are not comparable. They're not the
It's not
same.
like going in and trying it on either.
It's
I
not
mean,
the
we
same.
all love
You
online
can get
shopping.
a 3X from Lane Bryant, but a 3X from Ashley Stewart or Fashion Nova or Shein. It's not the same. It's not the same. So maybe you may need to compare the companies that you buying your clothes from too. Okay. Next question. I have heard different opinions on whether collagen powder can be counted as part of a daily protein intake. What do you think?
Well, collagen is from bovine. I know it sounds, vegans are like, oh, but it is from. It sounds crazy. The hooves of and the bone cartilage of animals. So collagen is good for cartilage. It's good for anti-inflammatory, for arthritis. Not all collagen powders are the same. Some are complete protein, some are not. So I would say to be on the safe side, you would still get your mainstay of protein from intact, all the essential amino acids that would be found in eggs, egg whites, low fat milk, Greek yogurt, lean meats, chicken, shrimp, crab. All of those are complete protein that are lean. I would rely on your protein from those sources. Or if you are a vegan, you combine a legume, a dried bean or pea, like pinto beans, cannellini beans, chickpeas, with a grain. You combine a grain like a corn or a flour, a tortilla, rice, or pasta with a legume. It makes a complete protein. Soy products are one of the highest in protein. That is a plant-based product. Soy, like soy milk, is going to give you more protein than almond milk, which is mostly water. So,
Oh, so soy milk?
is almost a complete protein. It's about 8 grams compared to 7 to 8 grams of protein for 8 ounces of soy milk. Whereas cow's milk, I'd recommend 1%, or skim milk is 9 to 10 grams of protein for 8 ounces. Whereas almond milk, oat milk, those are like 0 to 2 grams of protein. So soy milk is definitely going to be giving you like 7 to 8 grams of protein. So tofu is also a soy product. Edamame, you can get it in the frozen section. They're
Yeah.
almost a complete protein, soy products.
Yeah, I used to always buy fat free milk because my dad used to always drink skim milk, so I love
Yep,
fat
and
free.
that is a complete protein with
Okay.
all the
I may have to
all
start
the
switching then.
calcium.
I think
Yeah,
the reason why I switched to almond milk was because it was less calories and it allowed me to
it is.
eat a little bit
It
more.
is. You're talking about 80 calories of 8 ounces of skim milk compared to 35.
But
But remember, if you don't need the protein, it's fine if you're trying to cut the calories. But if you do need the protein, consider soy milk, unsweetened, or consider skim milk. if you need the added protein.
Well, I'm gonna go bite to my skim milk so I can get the protein.
Yeah. And then we talked about only one sweetener. So with the we talked about that earlier, Twan. So
Yes. Well, share that. Share that. Share that. Share that.
Yeah.
Go ahead and tell
We're not
them.
going to do a banana and a mango with a smoothie. Your body doesn't register liquid calories. So it's one small part of a banana or a half a cup of mango. One or the other, not both. And we had the skim milk or soy milk to bump up the protein. Yeah.
Gotcha.
We got it. We got it.
Okay, Courtney. What exercise best targets tummy fat and what foods help lose it?
Okay, the $1 million question. I'm going to say the best exercise we can do, it moves most of your major muscle groups. So like your glutes, your legs, so your glutes and your quads, walking. We talk about, Twan's got an awesome Peloton, indoor biking. Anything that's going to get your heart rate up is going to increase your calorie burn. So yes, we do have abdomen. We do have muscles underneath, maybe layers of, adipose tissue over that. But what burns fat is calorie burn, increasing your heart rate, and a combination of some core strengthening planks, a little bit of, some abs. But honestly, when I work out, if you are using upper and lower body at the same time, meaning weights with your upper body and lower body, like a squat or a lunge, and or doing an indoor bike or walking or swimming, and you're incorporating your whole body, you are also incorporating your core. So I would say focus on cardiovascular exercise is your calorie burn, and then some resistance training for toning.
So. Okay.
Awesome.
Now let's say she's good. Courtney again. She said last question. I
okay.
Said, bring them.
It's okay. I hate veggies. How can I incorporate them in my diet if I can't get the texture or smell? I heard smoothies isn't a good way. Well, let me tell you what, Courtney. If the only way you're going to get it is you have to slurry it, then do that. Have you tried different types of vegetables? Have you gone into the grocery store with an open mind in the produce section and say, I'm going to try that? Maybe using fresh herbs as seasonings. Maybe if it's a texture thing, do you find that you like them cooked versus raw? If you find you like them more cooked, then experiment with maybe cooked. If you find you like them raw, experiment with different types of vegetables. If push comes to shove and you don't like them cooked or raw, then you can put kale or spinach in a smoothie and you're still going to get the nutritional content of that in a Power Ninja or a Vitamix. So that's better than nothing. There's also V8 juice, low sodium. It's salty, so I'd say the low sodium V8 juice. But yeah, if at all possible, you don't like it cooked, you've experimented, then by all means you can slurry it. Definitely. Yeah, better than nothing. Yeah.
All things GLP-1. Thanks for joining us.
I've been using it for 2 years. Collagen. Vital proteins. Yes, vital proteins. I have used that one. Give you the most bang for your buck on Amazon. Good point. Collagen is also good, like I said, for cartilage, for, tissue repair, for your skin. And thank you for that. I do agree. Vital Proteins is a good brand. I agree with that.
Okay, y'all write these tips down, y'all. Write them down. Vital Protein.
Vital Protein. It is good for the money and good quality protein. That's correct.
Hey, sis. That's my sister-in-law.
Hi.
Yes, boy, and for breakfast. It's hard for me to get excited about breakfast, to be honest.
I know. Are you not a morning person by any chance? Who is? Really? Who is? Okay.
Yeah.
So I would say, do you like Greek yogurt? Do you like berries? Sometimes there's high protein cereal There's a Special K high protein cereal, skim milk, soy milk, whatever you want to put in that. You like English muffins. They have a multi-grain English muffin. It's pretty good. Thomas's multi-grain. It's low calorie. You could toast that up in your toaster oven. You can put your egg on that. Canadian bacon is more like a ham. I know it's a little salty, but maybe just changing that up. Maybe trying different types of eggs. Poached eggs, believe it or not, 2.5 minutes in the swirly water with a little bit of vinegar. It's a nice different way to have an egg. Different variations of egg. Turkey sausage, another option also.
Okay. Courtney said, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
This weight loss journey has been so up and down. It has. Just hang in there. Yeah. Hang in there.
Yeah.
Twice Be Nice says, thanks for the information. Courtney says, sorry, okay. Another question, LOL. Are there any?
Sodium. So if you're having fluid retention and swelling. So sodium is naturally occurring in milk and grains. I'm not going to worry about that too much. We want whole grains. We want low fat dairy, but it's the processed foods that is really giving soups, anything in a can, a box, sauces, gravies are often, in a can, or, make your own gravies with, meat drippings. I mean, just say, for Thanksgiving, do you have to use the can? You could just use the actual turkey for that. So basically anything that's packaged, so try to eat more fresh. Breaded meats, things like that also add. Fast food restaurants also add a lot. So if you're staying away from fried foods, things are going to just say, hey, put the sauce on the side and make things more fresh fruits and vegetables and meats that are from the, meat department instead of in the freezer department.
Yes, good question.
You're very welcome.
Thanks.
I love watermelon juice too. Go virgin mojito watermelon.
Okay.
That's great, Gwen. We will be talking. Looking forward to it.
Yay!
Success. You got the right insurance. That's what that is.
So Gwen, I have Blue Cross Blue Shields as well. And they told me my co-payment would be $0 to $8. And guess what? I don't pay anything. Every
she
time
knows.
I go, they send me my bill in the mail. No co-payment for me.
Right. And me and Twan been doing this a while.
Yes.
Which reminds me, do you want to talk in 2 weeks again? We do our 2-week thing. Okay.
Yes, we gotta book my appointment.
We'll figure that one out. But we talk every 2 weeks.
We talk every 2 weeks. I meet with her every 2 weeks.
That's 2 weeks.
Yeah. Let's see.
Thank you, Gwen. Yeah.
Adeline.
If you have to drink a minimum amount of water, 8 glasses, how is a day calculated over 24 hours? I would say over 24 hours. This is another very individual question, though. It depends on your cardiac status. There are some people who drink too much water and their sodium levels are low. I would say if you're at least drinking, 6 to 8 ounce glasses a day for the general population, that would be the best. Water is the best source of hydration, and it would count from 24 hours from getting up to bedtime.
Okay.
I think that's awesome. Way to go.
Go with the veggies. One time. I probably need to get into that again. It was okay.
Brown rice. You could do, you could, you're not saying, I know carbs got a bad rap, but there is something to be said about having whole grain. So you could add a little bit of brown rice and lots of veggies. Go light on the soy sauce and teriyaki because of the salt content.
Adeline, hi.
Register liquid calories. Okay. So what happens is when you eat food, There are nerve cells inside your intestinal tract. So when you eat solid food, it literally expands. So the actual physical occurrence of your intestinal tract expanding communicates with your brain you're full. But that takes 20 minutes. So when people are drinking regular soda and all these shakes and they're trying to lose weight, your body will still maintain the same amount of intake with solid food. So what happens when they cut out the soda and some of these extra shakes, they lose weight because they're filling up on whole food. So basically, whole food tells your brain you're full. So I'm not saying shakes are bad. You can tweak it with less sugar. If it's a quick way, for example, the one person didn't like vegetables. If that's their way to get vegetables, vegetables are low calorie, 25 calories for a serving. Fruits are 60 to 100. So focus on more liquid calories if it's water-based or vegetable-based.
Okay. So let's see.
I would say both. Weightlifting and cardio. Cardio is good introduction if you're trying to start to lose weight. And if you're not used to going to the gym, it's a gentle way to get the natural endorphins. You feel good. It keeps you motivated. It keeps you positive. It gets your heart rate up. You need both. And I know there's a weightlifter. I love both. But to be more well-rounded in terms of you can do cardio, but later on, if someone's starting to lose weight and they say, hey, I want to tone up, I'm having loose skin, you want to tone your muscles, that's where you do the combination of first the cardio burn and also, mix it up every other day. Most days of the week. So you could do cardio one day and then strength training the next. But for people just getting into the gym or working out or just starting to lose weight, don't lose hope. You can do more of the cardio. It's a good way to enter into it.
Yep. What's the website again for her dietitian services? It's FITVILLE.com.
And I have a card, and I will give. Okay, I'm going to show it on the screen here. It has a QR code, but it's fine. It has my email, FAYnutrition.com, and also my personal cell and personal email. Wait, I've got to do this. There we go. I'm sorry. It's like the opposite of what my apologies.
Yeah, it's that's how I had to figure it out. There you go.
It. Oh my gosh.
Bay Nutrition. There it goes.
This way.
Right there.
FAYnutrition.com. And that's my phone number and that's my personal email. Joanna Dietitian, spelled with 2 T's, not a C, at gmail.com. If your insurance is not accepted, then Twan and I are working on something. We'll figure it out. Oops, sorry. I'm trying not to move you.
Yeah, I think what I'll end up doing, y'all can
hold this up a little bit longer. There we go.
Yeah, or they can always email me and I'll send it because I have a copy of your card. That you emailed it to me, and
Sorry about the movement, guys. Sorry, I'm getting everybody nauseated.
Because somebody reached out to me on Instagram, and I sent it.
Yes.
To them.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, it was such a pleasure. I'll have a couple more questions. Okay. How much protein? That is a very individual question. It depends on your age, your gender, your physical activity status, your kidney functioning, your medical history. I know everybody talks about protein. Yes, we do need protein in the diet. Protein is important for muscle tissue and repair, but it also has nitrogen in it. And it's a little bit more wear and tear for your kidneys to process protein than any other food. So that's an individual need type question.
Yeah. I think we have about 3 or 4 more questions.
That's okay. We'll do.
Kimberly.
Okay. Have you tried lactose-free milk for your severe intolerance of milk? If it is lactose intolerance, that means you're lacking the enzyme lactase. Your stomach gurgles, you run to the bathroom, and you have diarrhea. Okay. So foods that are dairy-free. can I use in my protein? If you use a whey protein shake, it's lactose reduced. You may be able to tolerate. You can also use a pea protein shake, which would be dairy free. There's a brand name called Vega, Vega. Walmart. It's a pretty good formula. Vega. And yeah, you can quickly add protein from a scoop. A lot of those scoops are 20 to 25 grams of protein per scoop. Quick way to get protein. Michigan!
Go Big Blue.
Oh, yeah.
Courtney just moved from Michigan.
All right. What do you think about having artificial sweeteners? I'm not going to lie. I like Coke Zero, but I limit it to every other day. Water is the best. Stay away from erythritol, the one with E, because that they found with people with cardiac issues, an increased risk of clotting.
Okay.
Water is the best.
Yeah, and Michelle, that question was answered earlier too. So if you want to go back and watch the replay, she really expounded more earlier than now. So yeah, you can go back.
Right, talk about the history of saccharin and tab and what we have
went
today.
on with that. So it was some good information provided.
Thank you. How many times? I would say 5 times a week. But, it also depends on what your physical activity limits are. If you have a history of a heart attack or, some type of immobility, if you're not sure and you have an extensive medical history, please get clearance from your physician before embarking on any exercise routine.
Okay.
You're very welcome.
And that is it.
Okay. All right. Twan.
Thank you.
I will, and it was such a pleasure talking with everybody. I hope I helped, and we can do this sometime again soon. This was so much fun.
All righty, thank you so much. And
thank you.
Email me whatever one.
Just for our 2-week session.
It's
going to be earlier in the day, though. I'm not doing these late night things anymore.
Okay.
Lunchtime. So
we'll get together.
We will. And Twan, thank you from the bottom of my heart. You're one of my best patients. Keep doing the good work, and everybody, don't give up. Don't give up. Bye.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much for participating. I appreciate you all. So, we didn't get your question, Gwen. What your opinion on Slim Fast protein shake? I stopped drinking Slim Fast protein shakes years ago because they just had too much sugar. Yes, it's been great. Oops, I split somebody. You're welcome. You're welcome. I appreciate you all, stopping in tonight to check out this live with my dietitian. I tell you, I have learned a lot from her. At first, I was thinking, I don't need no help. I don't want nobody telling me what to eat and how to eat. But we've been having a great time since she and I have been meeting. And like I told y'all, we have challenges because I was fighting with her on my coconut water. I'm like, I'm not giving up my cheese and I'm not giving up my coconut water. So the coconut water that I drink, I make sure that they're lower in sugar and carbs. And I make sure I do the fat-free cheese, so she's okay with that, since I have the fat-free cheese, it's low in carbs and all that kind of stuff. So she all right with it now. She just told me whenever I eat out at restaurants, leave the cheese. So when I went to Chick-fil-A other week, I didn't get any cheese on my sandwich. I came home and then I had that. So yeah. Yes, I will bring her again. I definitely will. I was happy that she wanted to come. It was her idea. I didn't even ask her. I always be talking about my channel and and things like that. And she was like, "Oh, why don't you invite me?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." So I was really happy. I was really happy that she suggested to come. Is vegan collagen BS? I have no idea. I don't know if anybody else maybe wants to comment if they know. So glad I caught your live. I'm glad you did too, Ginger. I am too. I'm glad that you all were able to join. I'm not gonna stay on here long. It's almost 8 o'clock. I have to go to the Downsize YouTube channel. If y'all not familiar with them, go check it out. They did an interview with me the other week, and from my understanding, it's up. They posted it earlier today sometime, so I gotta watch that tonight and give them a shout out. If y'all don't know about the Downsize, it's a husband and wife couple. Christopher and Lorraine Durham, I believe is their name, and they're both on GLP-1s, and they both have lost, I think, total over 100 and some pounds. Yeah. And they're a really nice couple. They interviewed me, so if y'all want to check that out, give them a shout out. If y'all don't know them, let them know Twan sent you. A lot of people do know them because I've noticed that, this great community out here, a lot of my followers also follow other people, which is perfectly fine. So if you don't know them, go ahead, check them out. You might like them. You might want to subscribe, but let them know Twan sent you. I appreciate that. Darian say, I love the relationship you have with your dietitian. You will have great success because you have someone who actually cares. Yes. And that's the thing. She actually cares. I can actually say I've been blessed on this journey because my dietitian and my doctor, they don't hesitate to respond to me. I send both of them, these pictures and stuff that I share with you all of my before and update of where I'm at. I send it to them, through my apps. The Faye Nutrition has an app, and then there's another app I use for my doctor's office. They respond right away. They were like, oh, I'm so proud of you and keep up the good work and yada, yada, yada. I mean, they really support me, and I love it. I love that they're not just out for money. They're out to make sure that Twan succeed, and I love it. I'm loving it. Hi, Val. How are you? Thanks for joining. I love your video with the Downsize, Lorraine, and you had a great chat. Good. I gotta go check it out. I got to check it out. That's nice. Going to check it out. Yes, check it out. Making over review. Check it out. Hi, Evie. How are you? You saw me too. Yay! Good. I'm glad you guys checked that out. Yes, they kept reaching out to me, and sometimes I'll watch some of their videos, and I'll come and they keep saying, "We need to bring you on. We need to bring you on the show. Email us." And so I kept saying, "Well, I can't find their email. For some reason, I couldn't find their email on their about tab." So I reached out to them, and they emailed me their. We went from there, had a nice conversation and everything. Really nice people. Y'all check them out. Really nice couple. Yep. After the interview was over with, we chatted a while, to get to know each other a little bit more on a personal level, and really nice people. I had fun with them. Zepbound with Anch, I also did an interview with her. If y'all want to check out her channel, she's on Zepbound, and I believe she's probably at 60 pounds now, I think. 60, 70, I don't know. But she's doing really well. You want to check her out as well. Yep. Well, it is now 8:02 my time, Eastern Standard Time. So, excuse me, I am going to go ahead and I am going to let you guys go. I did release another video, you guys, with my update. If y'all want to go ahead and watch that, I released that earlier today, probably about 4 hours ago. If y'all want to watch that. The channel is called The Downsize. And the other channel is called Zepbound with Ange. Like Angie. I think her name is Angie, but her channel is called Zepbound with Ange, A-N-G. But The Downsized is the channel with the husband and wife couple that who are both on terzepatide. Thank you. Thank you, Darian. Thank you, Darian. They go to channels right there. The Downsized and Zepbound Journey. Oh, Zepbound Journey with Ange. What was I saying? Zepbound with Ange? Yeah. That's it. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Check them out, Gwen. Yeah, check them out. You know, they're on something different, you know, but at the end of the day, it's still a GLP one. And they give out good advice and things too. I know Zepbound Journey with Ange, she has something else going on too, where she's helping people who want to start their own YouTube channel. It's not free, it's a fee behind it, but she's working with them. You know, she has a whole behind the scene thing. I'm not gonna go into detail. I'll let her tell you that, but she talks about it in a lot of her her videos. If you guys are interested in being a content creator, she has it all mapped out where she do classes, online classes in group settings where she teach you everything that she learned to start her channel. If you're interested in that, you're welcome. You're welcome. There's still 27 people on here. Go ahead. I hope y'all all have gave me a thumbs up. And I am going to go ahead and I'm going to let y'all good folks go because it's after 8 o'clock. I appreciate y'all so much. Usually around this time, I start winding down to go to bed. Have y'all done this? I have started allowing my watch to tell me when it's time for me to go to bed. I started that from last week because I kept saying I'm not getting in, 7 to 8 hours of sleep. And I really need to. So I started by taking my magnesium at night. And I have it to where I get a notification at 8:45 that it's time for me to start winding down to go to bed. Because I want to try to be asleep at 9 o'clock. Because I'm an early riser. Y'all know I'm up at 5:30. I'm exercising. So I try to go to bed early. So I am going to let y'all folks go. I appreciate y'all. I thank y'all so much. Bye, my sun rays. Until the next time, y'all know Twan love y'all. I love y'all so much, and I appreciate you all. Good night. Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. Do, 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 do. Good night, sweetheart. Y'all remember that? Darren said the Apple Watch will remind you of everything, and the health app is great. Yes, yes. I will tell him. Good night, sweetheart. Good night. Good night. Good night. You're welcome. You're welcome. I hate to leave you, but I really must say, this is what I say. Good night, sweetheart. Good night. Do 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 do. My daddy used to watch that show when I was a kid. Boy, me and my siblings used to love to see that part. He'd be like, y'all need to go to bed. We'd be like, wait, Daddy, we want to hear the end. We want to sing that song. Good night, y'all. There's still 16 people on here. I can't let y'all keep me up all night. Thank y'all so much. Love y'all. Good night. What's the website? I want to check if my insurance cover it. It's let me type it in the chat. It's nutrition.com. And the good thing about this, your visits can be on Zoom. All of my appointments are on Zoom. We're both in Florida, but she lives in South Florida, which is down by Miami area. And I'm right here right on the outside of Tampa. I'm right like 3 miles from Tampa. So I'm really Tampa is what they call unincorporated Hillsborough County. So we're like, would probably take me 4 hours to get to where she's at, 4 or 5 hour drive. We way away from each other. So the appointments can be done through Zoom. You never have to see her in person. So yeah, when you go on Faye Nutrition, if you approve, they'll have a list of all of their providers. You can sort it by the state, which is Florida, and then you can look for her name, and you will see. And you can. She has a really nice bio, because you can read the bio of all of their providers. They have providers everywhere. I know 2 people on here said they live in Michigan. There are some providers in Michigan on there if you want to go with somebody local, you know. But go with Joanna. She is the bomb. She's the best. She's the best. What in lab work do you look at to determine what someone should eat? Well, your doctor should be telling you that. When your doctor go over your lab work with you, they should be, talking to you about, what to kind of stay away from and stuff like that. Doctors don't really spend a lot of time with you on stuff like that. So what you can do when you get your lab work, book appointment with Joanna and let her see your labs and let her go over that with you to kind of help give you a meal plan, because she does all that. She gives me suggestions and stuff all the time. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm gonna let y'all go. No more questions. Because I'll be here all night talking, y'all. I'm gonna let y'all go. Thank y'all so much. I'm gone for real this time.